Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we are on the free-to-play account and I wanted to show you a team that I'm using currently on the free-to-play for the Demon Lord clan boss. There were quite a few of you that have asked in my Twitch chat and my YouTube for me to make a video on this team because, you know what, there might be a lot of you that actually have Demytha right now. Maybe you pulled her during the last 2 times, maybe you pulled on the guaranteed, or if you're watching this somewhere in the future, you have a Demytha, but you don't have, I don't know, Seeker, or you don't have most of the usual champions, and you're trying to find an alternative for this team. Well, the team that I'm using on my account is called the Deacon team, and I'm going to start off by showing you the team on the calculator. It's basically relying on using Demytha, Deacon Armstrong, Apothecary, or Heiress if you don't have an Apothecary, and then you have 2 DPS slots. So this team is not naturally affinity friendly. If you want to make it affinity friendly, you have to bring somebody. Let's go to Ultra Nightmare. You have to bring somebody that brings the block debuffs on a 2 turn for 2 turns on a 3 turn cooldown. So as an example, let's say for this team, because as you can see, we're always block damage, everything's fine. But if we go on Spirit with this one, then the team goes out of tune because you have the decreased speed debuff and that does not help. However, if we drop in here a Brogni, and let's see, let me use the thing at the right time. As you can see, with the Brogni in the team, everything falls into sync at the right time because he brings that block debuffs for the decreased speed over here, and then he also protects us for the stun because even if he doesn't exactly place that skill there, as you can see, he normally, when it falls into sync around like turn 6-7, he does the A3 over here, okay? Then Demytha comes with A2, extends that block debuff. Hopefully you can see that there. Let me just try and zoom it a little bit just so I show you exactly what I mean. So he does the A3, which is the block debuffs, the shield and all that. Demytha extends it. Everybody's covered for the decreased speed. Then same thing for the stun. Well, for the stun, he places it just before that happens. So the only thing is you might lose with Brogni. You don't get all the benefit of his damage on the first AoE because not everybody is going to have a shield. However, you can put shields, not shield set, but blood shield accessories on them. So people like Deacon, as an example, takes extra turns over here. As you can see, he loses the shield. If you have a blood shield accessory on him, he's gonna have a shield again. Why am I talking about that? I'm talking about the shield specifically because if you have a shield on any of your champions when the clan boss hits you with the right mastery specifically for Brogni, he's gonna reflect some more damage. But that's a different tune. Let's go back to my normal Farrakhan tune that I'm using. Let's put it back to Void and show you that, well, overall it's a pretty beautiful team. The only tricky part might be the fact that you need to hit some high speeds. 310 on Demytha, 309 on Apothecary. If you have a Seeker, then you would have to bring Seeker, Heiress, and then all the speeds will go lower. But you might have the Seeker, you might just have Deacon like I did on my account, and then this team is gonna be built. So what I will be doing is I'm gonna show you the run first to see how much damage I actually did. Then we're gonna come back, talk about it, and show the builds, masteries, and all of that. So enjoy the run and see you in a bit. Okay, and I'm back, and you know what? Look at this damage. This damage is pretty crazy. 60 million in one single key on Ultra Nightmare. That's just the power of Demytha. That's just obscene. And one thing I want you to keep in mind, I do not have War Master on Demytha right now, okay? So this damage can go up by quite a few million, maybe not 9.9 like Apothecary, but maybe she's gonna go to like 5-6 million. That gets us really, really close to that one key Ultra Nightmare, which I'm curious if with Brogni is going to be like that, because Brogni is going to bring the increased attack in this team. So Brogni would replace Farrakhan, we would lose on the ally attacks, but we would gain the damage from him and the increased attack. So that's going to be something for later. But if you look at the damage overall, 10.6 million from Deacon, almost 25 million from Heiress, 12.4 from Farrakhan, 2 million from Demytha, and almost 10 million from Apothecary. That's crazy. For a red champion to do this much damage it's insane. It just shows the power of masteries. Now let's have a look at the builds. Actually, you know what? I did not show the presets. Let's have a look at the preset first. And I want to say that the reason why this team is amazing as well is because it's full auto. You just click it, play it, you go on with your business, and that's it. This team's gonna be full auto. The only spot where you need to change a little bit something is on brutal, okay? So let me first show you the presets here, then I'm gonna go back on the calculator and show you there how it is on brutal, or I can just explain it here. You just need to do two things. But these are the presets. Deacon, first priority A3, second priority A2. Simple enough. Heiress, he can do whatever, but maybe I would prioritize the weaken if you use this team specifically, because you want to have the weaken out there as often as possible. You're going to have the decreased defense and enough poisons, as you've seen from Heiress and Farrakhan. Farrakhan, the fact I made him prioritize the ally attack, because that's going to give us more damage. Then Demytha, open with the A1. First priority A2, second priority A3. Keep in mind you have to put these priority as they are here, because sometimes they might not do the A2 or the A3 even though they have it ready because of the way the AI works. So make sure you have the tunes, the presets exactly as I'm showing you, especially for people like Deacon, like Demytha, and Apothecary. Keep that in mind. And then Apothecary, just make sure he prioritizes A3, the increased speed and thermometer boost. That's it. This team is full auto if you do that. If you go and face brutal, on brutal you have to do two things. As you see the presets, you just have Demytha do the A3 first, Deacon do the A2 first, or the A1, and that's it. After that it's full auto. So you only have to do A3 with Demytha, A2 or A1 with Deacon, and then it will be full auto on brutal. That's the only thing that you need to keep in mind in order to make this team work. Now let's have a quick look at the build. So Heiress is, he doesn't have a like crazy, I don't know, gear sets, cruels, savage. It's a free-to-play account I'm using him on. I still need to max out like the ring. I still need to look at this. I don't even have the attack banner maxed out, so this team has potential to go to max. Even the boot, the attack percent boot, is not maxed out, so this team has definitely potential to go to 1 key. But Heiress is running and at 172 speed, 100% crit rate, obviously 215 crit damage, good attack, and 230 plus accuracy is what you need to land your debuffs. Then these are the masteries that I'm using on him. I still need to finish the masteries, and I could finish off with Master Hexer for a chance to extend his HP, but I think that's what I'm gonna do. If I'm gonna bring Brogni in the team, I'm gonna have him with Master Hexer, so we have a chance to extend those poisons that he lands, so we have the debuff bar full at most of the time. Then we have Farrakhan the Fat. I chose to take this masteries from the previous clan boss team, so I have a chance to extend the increased attack, the increased crit, and the increased crit damage that he places. But maybe I would change that, and instead of sniper, maybe I would take Master Hexer for him. But this one just depends what you're using on the team. Also, again, from the previous team, I took Steadfast, so he doesn't take the stun. But now I can do that. I can just let him take the stun if I have to. And I'm running him in Reflex because honestly, I wanted to come back to his skill as often as possible. He does not do crazy, insane raw damage per se with his hits, but he brings solid damage from his ally attacks, from his burns and poison, and he also brings us utility with the decreased defense. So even if, look at this, I barely have any crit attack and crit damage on him, you saw the damage that he did. He still did 12.4 million, and that's excluding his ally attacks, which pumped everybody else's damage. So keep that in mind when you're building. Farrakhan, his speed is 201. Accuracy is a bit overkill. I have like 100 more than I need, but that's what I have, and it works. Again, I think there's some stuff that I can still level up, as you can see over here for him. That could ramp up me some more damage, so there's place for improvement. Then when it comes to Deacon, Deacon is, funny enough, he's the one in cruel and crew damage. That's the way it built. Still need to max out pieces of gear. Again, it's not the maximum potential. 198. I realized too late when I built a team that had the increased crit rate from Farrakhan happening. So that's when I built Deacon with 70% crit rate, because we get a 30 from Farrakhan. He has 200% crit damage, 3.2k attack, and 242 accuracy. Again, you need accuracy to land the decreased defense and the leech. And then masteries are the masteries. Everybody's gonna run War Master unless you bring, I don't know, maybe bring somebody as like Rhonda as your DPS. Then you would have on her Giant Slayer because she has multi hits. Demytha, I just built a, look at this again, not max pieces of gear. There's still place for improvement. She's only built to hit that speed. It was really hard for me to do this because it's a free-to-play account, and that's all I cared about. She has 310 speed, barely any attack, 70% crit rate, barely any crit damage. And like I mentioned, she doesn't not even have War Master. I still need to farm her mastery. So after I finish all the gear sets and give her War Master, I'm 100% sure this team is going to be a wonky, honestly. But I still want to try with Brogni, because with Brogni is always going to be affinity friendly, and I prefer to be ready for that. But yeah, that's Demytha now Apothecary. He's level 50. He's 6-star, but just level 50 again. Still need to finish off maybe leveling some stuff. If it helps me, like this one, I'm not gonna level because it's not gonna help me. But maybe this ring, more attack. This one, more crit damage, so there's stuff to improve. But again, Apothecary, he's just running at the speed. 309, barely an attack again, barely any crit damage. Accuracy, because, well, that's the best banner I had, so I could get him to the speed that I wanted. But he's in there to make the speed tune work, to allow everybody else to do their stuff. He brings in the Giant Slayer damage, and you saw, again, Apothecary did almost 10 million damage. So overall, it's a pretty solid team. The only things that are a little bit difficult for this one, even though, you know, I called it a budget Demytha team, it's a little bit harder than the usual ones, but it requires less champions. Like this one requires you to have Demytha and Deacon. Or Demytha and Seeker. There's a variation like that with Seeker. And then if you had Seeker, you would use a High Katoon, because Apothecary or High Katoon are champions that we can get for, hopefully we pull, or High Katoon is for free. And then you have 2 DPS slots. So the only tricky thing for this one is getting the 2 people at high speeds, these ones, and then that's it. Everybody else, as you saw, the speeds are pretty low. 198, 201, 172. I will have this one shared, the pin in the description, the pin comment. If you guys want to copy this specific team, keep in mind to be really careful. The speeds are really tight. Make sure you put your lot of steals in the calculator if you try to copy the team. Because as you can see, I put a lot of steel, I put the speed sets. If I remove something, it can just go off tune sometimes. So for some of these, if you don't have that run specifically put in there, let me see. Can I see an example that's going to throw it off? Maybe not with this one, but sometimes, even if you just remove that lot of steel, or if you just remove the perception, the whole speed tune can fall off of sync. So keep that in mind. That's really, really important. That's why I said it's a little bit tight, but it's worth it. You see, guys, if you manage to do this and get a 1k damage, it's gonna be totally worth it, because you can do a 1k Ultra Nightmare, 1k on Nightmare, 1k on Brutal, and then you can even throw a last one on Hard if you want to. It doesn't fall in perfectly, but it can still work. Like, I ran it, and it went well one time. I'm not sure if that's how it is perfectly all the time, but you only need like what, 16 million? No, 11 million for Hard, so shouldn't care about it that much. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope this is helpful for you. If I'm gonna manage to make this be a wonky with Brogni, I'm gonna do an update video on this team. If I manage to pull a Seeker, then obviously I'm gonna change my team to the Seeker one. But yeah, for now, this is the team that I'm using. I'm gonna have to finish up my masteries, finish up leveling the stuff, and make this team be a wonky so that I can get my juicy rewards from the clan boss. But yeah, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. Thank you all for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next. And I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.